Welcome to Science for Students YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about biodiversity. First of all, you need to know the definition of biodiversity. It is combination of plants, animals, microorganisms, genetic materials of all these living organisms and the ecosystems is known as biodiversity. Simply we can say biodiversity is a combination of ecosystem diversity, species diversity, and genetic diversity. What is species diversity? Diversity among the species. In this picture, you can see different types of species there. Here also you can see different parrot species, different domestic cat species. And here you can see bacteria, then algae, parrots, grasses, coconut tree, some snails. Okay. So many species of animals and plants as well as many species of microorganisms we can take as species diversity. There is a great variety of characteristics in their body shapes, sizes, nutritional patterns and reproduction. Genetic diversity. The definition is differences among the individuals in a same species. Examples: differences among the humans, differences among cats. In a same species, individuals are differ, maybe morphologically or physiologically. So what is the reason for this genetic diversity? The features of living organisms are controlled by their genes. Because of they are having the different gene types, they show different characteristic features that is unique for the individual. Modern man belongs to the species Homo sapiens sapiens. Within the same species, there are differences among the individuals. You can see the differences, different morphological features in this picture. The reason for these differences for certain species is genetic diversity. Here you can see some features of their differences. Some people can have the ability to roll the tongue, but some can't. Some have free earlobes, but some doesn't have like that. And some have black eyes. Some are having brown, some are having blue. Some people have straight hair. Then some are having curly hair. Some are right-handed. Then the others are left-handed. So likewise, because of this genetic diversity, people are showing many more different characteristic features. Not only the people, all organisms within one species, we can see differences. That is called genetic diversity. Now we are coming to the ecosystem diversity. How we can define it? The diversity among these ecosystems. Okay. What are the main two diversity categories? Aquatic ecosystem and the terrestrial ecosystem. Now here we are talking only about the natural ecosystems. Aquatic environments, examples for that: freshwater, marine and brackish water. Then terrestrial environments, forest, grasslands, and not in Sri Lanka but in other countries, deserts are there. If we take the terrestrial environment, we can see forest, grasslands, some mangrove areas. The aquatic ecosystems, we can see seashore environment, then marine environment, brackish environment, these are brush fires, and rivers. Features of an ecosystem. First one is the interaction occur between living components as well as between non-living components. Living relationships, living non-living relationships, non-living relationships are there in an ecosystem. First of all, we need to know in an ecosystem there are biotic factors and abiotic factors, and interactions between these two factors we can see. What are the interactions in between? What are biotic factors in an ecosystem? All living beings. That means plants, animals, and microorganisms. So what are the main living beings in a forest area or a marine or riverside area? Trees, animals, microorganisms. Then, what are the abiotic factors? That means non-living factors. Air, example carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen. Then, water, sunlight, soil, having many more abiotic factors. Then, so these biotic factors have to depend on the abiotic factors. Why? For respiration, and plants need to depend on the abiotic factors for their photosynthetic process. Then, living relationships. What are the living relationships? Food chains. One animal need to depend on the other animal because of food. Then, security, reproduction. Okay. Then, non-living relationships. Soil erosion by water, rock weathering due to water and solar heat. Okay, next feature of an ecosystem is the energy flows through one-way stream. Main energy source is solar energy. Solar energy which is used by green plants in photosynthesis process is stored in the plant and it converts into chemical energy. After that, the food produced during this process, the chemical energy flows from lower consumer to the upper consumer through these food chains or food webs. Recycling of materials. There is a third characteristic feature of an ecosystem. Now here we have taken carbon cycle as an example. There are having many more geological cycles. Water cycle, sulfur cycle, phosphorus cycle. Okay. Likewise, many more cycles are there. So always they are recycling. The materials that the organisms receive from the environment continue to be back to the environment. The continuous exchange of materials between the organisms and the environment is an important feature of an ecosystem. So the materials won't destroy. What will happen? They are recycling. Then the other feature is act as an independent unit. Ecosystem can act as an independent unit. Since there are constant interactions within the ecosystem it had ensured the existence in biosphere. Here you can see a fish tank. So all biotic features and abiotic features are there, and they have to interact with each other. What are the importance of biodiversity? Ecosystem play a significant role in maintaining the equilibrium of the certain ecosystem. The beauty of the environment increases due to biodiversity. Biodiversity has reduced the competition between the species for light, space, water, air, habitat, food security, and choice of partners. This biodiversity helps to protect the water resources and soil to maintain favorable climatic conditions and minimize environmental pollution. Thank you.